From Studio K at Foxboro Cable Access.
Saffron is essentially the stamen of a rose.
Feeling creative?
Sage has a great flavor.
Is your palate needing a new challenge? Well, let's cook with Mike Damasio.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Cook with Mike Damasio. It's been a few months since we've done a show here, since prior to Thanksgiving. A lot of stuff has gone on. The Red Sox have acquired Chris Sale. The Patriots won another Super Bowl. And we're ready to do another show. So first I want to introduce my guest for today, Executive Chef Bill Berman with
Nice
Flick
to see ya.
International. How you doing?
Thank you very much for
Chef
having me.
Bill is the chef with me at Newton Country Day School. And today we're going to do it's right before Thanksgiving. There's about 1.5 feet of snow outside. And we're going to do something for Valentine's Day. And it involves chocolate. Chef, why don't you talk about the dish we're going to be providing today?
We're going to be providing today is a marinated grilled shrimp, Molé, with basmati rice and a cabbage slaw.
Very nice. So the Molé is where the chocolate will come in. And we're going to get this ball started. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
All right, so the way I like to do things here is always obviously by time. So we try to do meals that are going to take about 30 minutes. This meal is a little more complicated. It's going to be two of us, but we are going to get it done within the 30 minutes. But the thing that's going to take the longest is the rice, so we're going to get that cranking right now.
Excellent.
All right, get that going.
Beautiful.
What we're going to do is I'm going to first take, I always start off with my gloves. We're going to take a little bit of butter right into the pan, let that melt down, and we're going to put the rice in there as well. I have 1 cup of rice, and we're going to, instead of using just plain old water, we're using chicken broth today. Give it a little more flavor, and then in the end, we're going to flash some green peas in there with it, just to give it a little bit of color, a little bit of pop. Basmati rice is a nice rice. It's very quick, right? It cooks very quick.
Yes, it does.
And I want you to explain a little bit about basmati rice. It has a little bit of essence to it.
It's very aromatic. It's a long grain rice, and it cooks quickly. Carries a lot of flavor.
A lot in Indian food cooking.
That is correct, yes.
All right, so we're going to get the rice going. We're going to let this just saute up a little bit. It'll just soften the rice a little bit with the butter. And you're going to start off with the Molé sauce.
I'm going to start working on the mole. So first I'm going to dice half of this onion.
How about we talk about all of our ingredients we're going to be using today?
Sure. Well, let's see. First of all, we have the guajillo pepper, which is the second most popular pepper in Mexico. The dish actually comes from the Puebla region of Mexico, and incorporates garlic and onion and a mild pepper, some tomato product, chocolate, cumin, allspice, and some cinnamon.
Very nice.
And a little chicken broth for added flavor.
So you said this was the second most popular. I'm going to guess what the first one is. Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
Very easy.
Very
nice.
easy.
Very easy to guess. Jalapenos are in everything. All right, so why don't you get going?
I'm going to start working on this. Let's get this guy going.
Very good.
First, I'm going to dice this onion a little bit. Let's see about that.
So I see you got some honey here and tomato paste. Now, what kind of chocolate are you using today?
This is a unsweetened chocolate. It's actually 55% cacao. It's fairly bitter. It'll be delicious in this dish.
Very nice. And, so when we were deciding on what to do for today's show, we wanted to do something with the chocolate theme, and we thought the Molé sauce would be very nice. It is, again, a little bit of a complicated sauce to make, but as you'll see here, it's very easy to do at home. No, not really any exotic ingredients except for the pepper, but it's the second most popular, so it can't be that exotic. And, once it all comes together, you'll see how it works out. We were going to do beef, but also another thing I try to do is the palette of the plate, right? What the plate looks like. So we were thinking if we had the beef and the chocolate and then and same with the cabbage, we were going to do a white cabbage, but we turned it to red. So now we're going to have the nice pink shrimp with the chocolate sauce, with the white rice and a purple cabbage. It's just going to make the whole plate pop, all right? So, which is an important part of eating. I think it's very important, especially kids eat with their eyes. So if they see a nice, colorful, pretty plate, it might make it a little more appetizing for them.
Definitely.
So I'm going to add my broth now to the rice, and we're just going to let this simmer for about 15 minutes. Should be all done, and within the last few minutes, I'm going to add those peas in there. We're going to make that roll to a boil, and once it does, I'm going to bring the heat down a little bit.
Excellent. That'll give it some nice color too. Take away from the blank whiteness.
Yes, the peas will give it a nice little pop.
So I'm going to start off here with the onions. All right. It's about a cup of onion. All right. Stir that around a little bit. We want to cook these until they're translucent. We're going to add some rehydrated peppers.
Now, like you said, these look intimidating and they look quite hot, but they're not.
They're not too bad.
A medium to mild pepper, and but full of flavor, full of deliciousness.
Traditionally, I believe they use poblano. That
Okay.
would be the pepper of choice for
Okay.
this. And most Americanized moles, they definitely use poblano.
So we're going off the beaten track, which I like.
Yeah.
Very nice. As you can see here, the rice is starting to lightly boil, so I'm just going to bring down the heat a little bit. And that'll be done in about 15 minutes. All right. So while you're working on the mole, please step in when, with whatever instructions that you're going to be doing next.
Yes.
I'm going to start with the red cabbage slaw. Okay. So for the red cabbage slaw, it's very simple. We're going to do red cabbage, a little bit of purple or red onion, and some carrot. And we're going to keep the dressing very simple today. Why don't you describe the dressing for us?
Dressing is a quick vinegar dressing. It's some sherry vinegar and some local honey. And that's really it. That's all it demands.
Very nice. Very simple. Again, a little salt, pepper to pop the flavor. And we have ourselves a simple coleslaw. What's going on in your dish?
All right. The onions are starting to become translucent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about a tablespoon of garlic.
Very nice.
We're going to mix it up a little bit. You don't want to put the garlic in too early because it will burn, and that will change the flavors of the dish dramatically. All right.
So here's how I cut up a cabbage here. As you can see, once you cut it in half, you have the vein right here. I like to just cut right around it. Again, try to utilize as much of the product as possible. Once you get all that, the cabbage, once I slice it now, it'll fall apart really nice into great bite-sized pieces.
Yes.
I like to take out the outside layers too that just don't look as appetizing as the rest.
They're a little tougher.
They're a little tougher.
A little tougher.
So again, I'm going to do a nice just julienne cut here. Nice thin strips. And again, we're making this dish with shrimp. We almost made it with the beef. You could do it vegetarian style. As you see, the only thing that's not going to be vegetarian here is going to be the shrimp itself. So this whole rest of this dish is vegetarian. And for other than the butter and the rice, we have vegan too, correct?
Well, we're going to be using a little bit of chicken stock in the mole,
Right.
although you could use vegetable broth. You could use water.
Yep.
This will just add a little bit of flavor to it.
Yes.
So, peppers, the garlic, and the onions are in. We're going to get the chicken broth in, as well as 8 ounces of tomato puree. All right, stir that up a little bit. Let that cook down.
All right. So I got my cabbage here in a bowl. And I'm just going to put the ingredients in, and we're going to make the dressing in the end. But I'm going to get everything in here ready to go. So the last thing we do is the ingredients. And right after this, I'm going to marinate the shrimp a little bit with just some lemon juice, salt, and pepper. I'm going to break them down right after I cut up this onion and carrots. So again, consistency of the product. We're going to do a nice little julienne cut here with the red onion. Won't need too much. Peeling off the outside layer of skin.
Oops. I'll take a pinch of salt.
So again, I'm going to come here.
Beautiful.
That should be plenty, if not too much. So again, trying to keep it nice color so far. I think that's about all we need. Put some of that back. Now the carrot.
All right, sauce is boiling away over here. Just simmer it down a little bit and add some dry spices, which are a teaspoon of oregano, 2 teaspoons of cumin, teaspoon of allspice, as well as a teaspoon of cinnamon.
Wow, what a great color.
It's gonna be amazing.
Now you have we brought a tool here from our home that we're going to be using later for the sauce. I love it. You know, we use them a lot at work. They're great for making sauces. We want to. They're very inexpensive, $30 at a Kohl's or a Sears, and they're wonderful. You know, they replace a blender very easy. It's called an immersion blender because you stick it right into the pot. You can stick it while it's hot, while it's cold, however you want to do it, and it blends really well.
Yep, it does.
Blends it really
Great
well.
tool.
So I'm going to do a little bit something different with the carrot here. You know, usually we cut or you slice, or you use it on a cheese grater. I'm just going to use the strips from the vegetable peeler here and put them right in.
Excellent.
And if you can be different or creative with the shapes that you make, it's just for the appeal of the presentation at the end of the dish.
Which, as we know, is very important.
Very important. We feed girls all week long at the school, and the better we make the plate look, the more they eat.
Yes, it's true.
It's all about presentation. Just trying to get a little more color into my slaw here, but pretty much this is it.
All right, and this is simmering away. We're going to lower the heat down and introduce the chocolate, which is 3 tablespoons.
Just poke at our rice here. So you can see the rice is puffed up a little bit. The water's disappearing as it should be. We should be perfectly on time for our finish of the show here. All right. I'm going to work with the shrimp here a little bit. I got like nice 10 26/30s here. They have the skin on, so we're going to take the skin off. The shell, I should say, not skin. We have skin, they have a shell. And I'm going to leave the tail on. And basically what we're going to do is I'm going to just peel all these, marinate them a little bit, little oil, lemon juice, salt, pepper. And we're going to put them on the grill, and it's going to replace where the rice is right now. So once the rice is done, these shrimp are going to go right on. They'll be marinating for a little bit. You can marinate these overnight, a few hours, and like we're doing, just a few minutes, and they'll still absorb the flavor and be delicious by the time they're all cooked. And plus, they're going to be covered in a delicious Molé sauce, which is going to make it better.
It's going to make it better.
It's going to make it better. So what are we going on now with your Molé here?
Well, all the ingredients are in, and we're just waiting for the chocolate to melt. And we're gonna mix it up in a minute with the blender, and that's gonna be a finished product.
Nice. So cruising right along. As again, the rice was the most time-consuming product we're making today, but again, we're on pace. We also have a nice surprise for dessert today, which I think will make everybody in the studio happy. What are we making for dessert, Chef?
Chocolate-covered strawberries.
Who doesn't like those? We're going to make those right after we get some stovetop space here with our Studio K equipment.
Beautiful.
Get rid of these shells. Put our shrimp back in here. I have some fresh lemons. Just going to squeeze a few lemon wedges into here. How's that tasting, Chef?
Fantastic. Very nice. There's a little bit of heat to it, but the chocolate mellows it nice out.
Nice.
Very good.
All right, a little salt, pepper. May I have the salt and pepper, sir?
You may.
Oh, there's a salt.
Some kosher salt and
And why do you like
Pepper
using
soda?
kosher salt?
it's raw and it's in larger form. It covers the product really well. It's very flavorful.
Oh, nice. All right, so that's a little bit of marinade for our shrimp. Perfect. I'm change my gloves now after touching seafood. I don't want to cross-contaminate anything here. Hopefully nobody has any severe shrimp allergies in house. All right, so cruising right along. You know, we're about 15 minutes into the show, 20 minutes. Our rice is just about done. So with just a little bit of water left, I'm going to introduce the peas.
Excellent. And there's
Again,
your color.
Just give you a color, right? Take some plain white palette, splatter some green in there, and it's just going to make a difference for the whole plate when it all comes together in the end.
Yes.
So we probably just have a few more minutes with that rice, and we can get that going. What do we have going on over here?
I think we're all set. I think we should blend it up and
All right. Want to pull that off? I'm going to use yours for my grilled shrimp here.
You got it.
Okay, I'm going to get our grilling pan done. Again, we're using the induction equipment, which, you know, again, what we do here, with my guests and myself, the cooking that we can do on these small pieces of equipment, which, you know, with what you have at your house, should be very easy to, you know, create a nice meal.
Yes.
Any night of the week. You have a stove, you can do anything. Stove and an oven. That's one thing that I'm unable to do here is things with oven, because we don't have an oven here at Studio K. But so everything's stovetop. This is all nice, quick dishes within 30 minutes. All right. So
While you're doing that, I'm gonna mix this guy and get this product finished up.
that's doing all the blending for you. All right. And I'm going to complete the coleslaw here. Very simple.
Beautiful.
Oh, that looks great, Chef.
Beautiful. I'm just gonna rest that right here.
And the gloves are a half size too small, but hey, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna give a taste here, Chef, because it looks delicious.
It is.
Oh my goodness. That's gonna be nice over shrimp.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Really nice. So what we can start now is we can start the melting of the chocolate as well once we get the rice off the thing here for our strawberries dipped in chocolate.
Yes.
And always a nice simple treat. Excuse me, guys. If you want to impress the ladies, very easy. You just get some nice melting chocolate, some dark cacao. They look like this. You put them in a pan, melt it down, dip your strawberries. You'll see the process in just a moment. All right, looks like our rice is done.
It's ready to go.
So we want to pull that off. Put this aside till we're ready to plate.
Excellent.
I'm going to get this pan on. Get that going. And hey, I'm going to let you do the
You want to
dressing.
do that? All
Yeah,
right. Let's move this stuff around.
here you go. So you're doing a honey balsamic, basically?
A honey sherry.
Honey sherry, I'm sorry. Right, you're the sherry.
So
vinegar,
we'll
very nice.
say that's about 2 tablespoons of sherry vinegar. This is about 2 tablespoons of local honey,
Very nice, local honey.
beekeeper honey.
Yep. Neil is a new beekeeper. How do you like that, Neil? You getting stung? Don't get stung.
All right.
Very nice. Little salt, little pepper. I like how when the show starts, all of our little bowls are full, and within no time, they're empty. Nice and simple there, Chef.
Excellent.
Simple and delicious. I'm going to put a few of these chocolates in here, get them melting. Should be enough. Try to get enough for each of the crew here. And of course we have the delicious strawberries, not in season right now.
Not in season.
Little on the expensive side, but you know, you got to admit, for not in season, these are pretty good quality strawberries.
Beautiful.
Looking great. All right, I think our grill looks like it's smoldering over there, so we're going to grill up our shrimp. These should just take a few minutes.
Yes.
Sometimes a little bit that helps. This is the leftover marinade here. Just pour a little bit of that. The steam will help accelerate the cooking process.
Yep.
This is steam, not smoke. We should not have an incident with the local fire department today.
Oh, that smells nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Very simple. Salt, some pepper,
Lemon juice.
lemon
Boom.
juice.
Done, and we have a delicious
Very good.
meal. Delicious meal. So as we're winding down here, people, we're getting towards the end. Our chocolate is melting very nicely. Oh, yeah.
A mole
That's gonna
is
be
done.
good. I have a guest here that's probably going to love strawberries dipped in chocolate. And she's going to be the first one to do it, to have one of these once I'm done. Oops. Melting that right away. You can flip the shrimp. Grilling up beautifully. Look at this little induction
nice.
grill, huh, Chef?
Very fancy.
We would need about 400 of these to do what we do every day, huh?
Very low energy, very even heating surface.
Yep,
Very, very fast.
very fast.
Which is really, really important in our business, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And a show with short amount of time, this is perfect.
Perfect. Am I doing something wrong here with the chocolate? No, it's looking good. It's coming together.
Beautiful.
All right, we've got a hot surface here. I'm going to let it cool just a little bit. We have this delicious chocolate here. Let it cool a little bit.
I think these are about ready to go.
Ready to go? All right. So, we're ready to plate, folks. Just like that. So, let's get some serving utensils here. Okay. Put the rice right in the middle here. This should be delicious. We always make enough here for everybody in the staff, so we can all try and ooh and ah at the end of the show. So as you can see right now, the color's pretty blah, right? We got white shrimp or pink shrimp, but you know, plain color shrimp with the plain white rice that has just a little bit of the green pop in it. But watch at the end what this dish will look like.
Beautiful.
Save some room for our coleslaw.
Yes.
There you go. I will put the coleslaw on. So as you'll see right after this plate will start to pop.
Nice job, Mike. Looks delicious.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
That was neat.
Yes. Let's get the mole on there, all right?
Delicious. I think we should try one.
Excellent.
Let's try
Let's
this.
dig in.
Oh, yeah. Real nice.
Very good.
The shrimp are great. The Molé sauce, you know, the sweet of the shrimp, the little bit of heat with the Molé and the chocolate. Delicious. Just finished our beautiful shrimp with Molé sauce and the red cabbage and the basmati rice with green peas. And we're going to start our dessert that we talked about at the beginning of the show. We melted some dark chocolate here into the bowls. So this is the important part, right? The procedure. What we had to do is we had a double boil here, which boiling water with a glass bowl right on top with the chocolate inside. I'm moving it around. And now we're going to just take our strawberries and dip them in the chocolate. Chef, dig in.
Fantastic.
Put them right here on this plate when we're done. Just a little swirl and on the plate. Delicious. How many are there here today? 7, 8? Delicious. These are always a treat, always really nice to have. I really don't know, unless you're allergic to strawberries, I don't know too many people that don't like this dessert. And we're actually doing this for our girls on Tuesday, right?
Tuesday, yes, sir.
Every Valentine's Day, we give each of the girls a strawberry dipped chocolate with their lunch. They love it. All right, so we have our dessert. Strawberry dipped in chocolate, delicious. Very easy, very quick to make. You know, again, just a few dollars. I mean, this whole meal, you know, under $30, you know, and it's a good dinner for two and dessert for four if you want to. And, you know, it's delicious. So, thank you again for joining us here at Let's Cook with Mike. Thank you, Chef Bill Berman.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate the help. And we'll see you next time on Let's Cook with Mike. Have a great day.